What up, my beautiful tubers? In today's episode, we're going over the Eagle Strafing Run. Unlock that level 2 for 1500 requisition. You get 3 uses and a 15-second cooldown time. But is it worth it fighting against automatons? We'll find out after the intro. Alright, tubers, always remember the 3 C's when you're fighting the automatons. Cover, cover, and more cover. I think keeping yourself out of the line of sight is the most important thing when fighting the automatons, and keeping yourself alive the longest and being the most valuable of your team. Remember, whatever direction you're facing in when you call in your Eagle Strike is the direction your Eagle will fire in, so do keep in mind when you call it in around yourself and around teammates. The downside about the Eagle Run is that it has no splash damage, so it can be effective in some situations and not effective in most situations. Because there is no splash damage, accuracy is key, and getting used to the impact time and the distance you need to call in your orbital strike for it to be the most effective, in my opinion. When you're coming across a few of the scout patrols and the lower tier automatons, it is somewhat effective, but when you come across the hulks and the tanks, that's when you're really truly going to struggle, especially if you're getting overrun. The cool thing is that it has no splash damage, meaning so you can call this be within 5 meters of the impact zone and not take any damage. So when you fight against hulks and other higher armored automatons, you're going to want to get used to the impact time and how long it takes for your ego to strike, and so you could be most effective. When I was fighting the Hulk, it took about 7 strafing runs to take it out. When I'm fighting this tank, it took about 6 strafing runs to take it out, mainly because the tank's more slower and I was able to get more direct hits. The Hulk is a little bit more agile and was able to dodge my strafing runs. So if you're keeping yourself out of the line of cover, when you're fighting these Tolks and the tanks, you're going to want to look for those back exhaust ports. Those ports are going to be the weakest parts to the armored vehicles, and therefore, if you get direct hits, you'll be able to put more damage and take them out faster. I think the strafing run is okay, but it doesn't put out enough damage to be the most effective out of all the Eagle runs or stratagems, in my opinion. When it comes to dropships, don't even bother. This thing does not put enough damage for you to take any dropships out, especially when you're doing the dropship missions and you're destroying their bases. When it does come to destroying buildings, you're going to want to be more accurate, and you want to line your shot up and be on the lookout for that smoke that's coming in. The darker the smoke, the weaker the building, and the more direct hit you get, the faster you'll be able to take these buildings out. But we're going to keep these videos short, so I hope you have a great day, a great month, and a great year. My name's Sincere, and we're going to catch you in the next one. Peace and love.